Last year, nearly 4 million people quit their jobs every month. If you were one of them and took the opportunity to work for yourself instead of somebody else, here's what that move means for your taxes. For most people, tax time only comes once a year. After filing a return in April, you can put aside tax worries for another 12 months. But if you're self-employed, tax time can seem like it never ends. In addition to filing your taxes in April, you also need to make separate tax payments several times during the year. Why so many deadlines? Well, if you work for someone else, your employer deducts a portion of your pay and hands it over to Uncle Sam to cover your taxes. When you're self-employed, you are responsible for making sure the government gets its cut. Luckily, you don't have to pay taxes on every paycheck you receive. Instead, you pay a lump sum 4 times a year to meet your tax obligations. These are called quarterly estimated tax payments. How much do you need to pay quarterly? The IRS requires your estimated payments to cover 100% of the tax you owed last year or 90% of the tax you will owe for the current year. Whichever number is smaller is the one you should aim for. If you don't pay at least that much, you'll be hit with a penalty. If you can estimate how much money you'll make in a given year, the next step is to figure out what tax you owe and divide that amount by 4 to calculate your quarterly payments. You don't have to make equal quarterly payments. If you have seasonal highs and lows in your business, you can pay more during the busy season and less during slow quarters, as long as you meet the minimum threshold. Running your business can be challenging enough, so when it comes to managing your taxes, a little help can go a long way. An accountant who specializes in working with independent contractors can also help identify deductions that can reduce your overall tax bill. For instance, if you have a dedicated workspace for your business, you may be able to deduct the costs associated with that space. You might also be able to deduct expenses such as healthcare premiums, utilities, and materials to support your business. Managing taxes is never fun, but with the right guidance and some careful planning, you can make tax time less of a burden.